3 sales meetings in just 2 weeks, converting a 20-minute conversation into a signed contract, booking 1 to 3 sales conversations with excited business leaders every single week. These are all realities in my world for my own consulting business as well as for my client businesses. And if you want to make that a reality in your coaching or consulting business, working with corporate clients, then this is the training you want to watch. You want to hit the like button and you want to hit the save button, because you will want to come back to it. Because I'm going to share some of the strategies that lead to meetings where we are asked to submit proposals without the need to endlessly chase. There's strategies where I am asked to speak in front of 250 plus professionals and leaders. These are the kind of strategies that make clients ask us to, for the different ways how they can work with us immediately, because they want to see results sooner. They don't want to wait another 3 months or another 6 months. These are the strategies why we are revolutionizing how corporate sales are done. And it comes down to a simple, powerful, and yet more complex than it appears on the surface strategy. The strategy is we captivate. What that means is that every message that we use, whether we're talking DMs, emails, whether we're talking meetings, whether we're talking networking events, other in real person, in real life scenarios, we captivate our audience. Because the truth is this: it doesn't really matter how brilliant you are or how experienced you are, how qualified you are, how many letters you can put after your name with your qualifications. None of this truly matters if you cannot capture people's attention, if you cannot grab and keep the attention of those decision makers who are ready to hire you. And the first step to get them to hire you is to get their attention so that they will invite you to come and speak to them. But in order to trigger that desire on their part to speak to you, to meet with you, you need to trigger the desire in them to want to know more. And that means that you can forget the gimmicky sales strategies. And you don't need to worry about the likes of fancy presentations or use of elaborate technology. You don't need any of the sleazy sales strategies either, because none of those will truly create the desire in your audience, in those decision makers, to want to hear more. It is the ultimate important button that you need to press, the lever that you need to pull, is to make them want to know more about your topic, about how it helps them, and how you can help them achieve results that they want to achieve. Because it really doesn't matter how amazing your offer is. It really is of no importance how great the results are that you can help them to get. It is really, it's totally unimportant, and it's a sad thing but true. It really doesn't matter how much they need the help that you can give them. That if you cannot get corporate leaders want to know more, want to speak to you, then all of your efforts are wasted. But the good thing is, I already said you don't need any gimmicky tactics, or definitely no sleazy tactics. But what you do need to do is grab their attention, captivate them, and trigger their imagination. Because when you trigger their imagination of what it could be like to work with you, when you trigger their imagination of what life will be like after they achieve the results you help them achieve, when you set fire to their imagination, really light it up of how amazing their life will be once they have achieved what you help them achieve, then they will be excited not just to speak more to you, but you will have also sown the seeds of wanting to hire you in as little as a 20-minute meeting. And the best part of all of this is that you don't need to be all corporate-y. You don't need to use lots of jargon or look a certain way. If you haven't heard the story of how I used to sport pink hair and even rainbow colored hair while working with some very traditional organizations, and they loved the fact that I was so unusual, then you should definitely comment below. I'll happily share that with you. But the fact that I looked so different, the fact that I didn't conform yet brought in my authentic self, was actually part of my strategy. Not in a, oh, how am I going to do this? But it was part of my strategy to captivate and ignite their imagination. Now, before you get that twisted, please don't think that I dyed my hair pink deliberately just so that I could that I could be different and stand out. That was not what it was, because what it really was about at that time is that I felt deeply drawn to experiment with colors and experiment with outfit choices, and that was a true expression of myself. And because it was a true expression of myself, and because I used the strategies that I mentioned around captivating and igniting imagination, that is why it had the result of really improving and increasing the desire on the decision makers, on the leaders, to speak to me and to want to know more. It also showed them that I felt so grounded and confident in myself, and that gave them what they all crave, which is certainty. If you've been in my world for 2 seconds, you will have heard me talk about how corporates crave certainty. And that, my dears, is what makes them want to hire you fast. Because when they have the deep feeling that you are certain in yourself, they borrow that certainty from you, and that allows them to say yes to no. So the way how in my organization we are booking meetings at an incredible rate every single week, and it's the same way that I am teaching to my clients who are seeing the same type of results, is that we follow a simple strategy. Number one, we bring ourselves as our authentic whole self into our work. We do not water ourselves down. We do not hide our uniqueness and our quirks. In fact, we proudly own them. We then pique the curiosity of the leaders that we want to speak to. We pique their curiosity so that they want to know more, and there are specific methods for doing them, which I share in Meeting Magnet. And lastly, we then captivate their imagination of what is possible for them. These are the exact ways how we have become magnets for corporate client meetings, for sales meetings with dream decision makers in corporates. Dream corporate decision makers. And these are the exact strategies that I dive in deep, like going down to the exact steps, the exact formats, the exact templates with examples that I am sharing inside of Meeting Magnet. You can get instant access. That means no waiting. You don't need to put a time into your calendar, and you don't need to join yet another Facebook group. You can get instant access to the masterclass with a very special client attraction strategy bonus right now for just $22, because I know you are ready to start 2025 with a calendar booked with corporate clients, right? And who better to learn from than the woman who does this every single week? So you can jump in there right now for an incredible low price that I will hold for Black Friday, and you can book more clients starting now. Drop the comment below this video, comment meeting, and I will send you all the details, and can't wait to see you on the inside.